In today's session, we are going to talk about mission-critical automations. Those automations that cannot fail, and if they fail, you need to know about it. And in this session, we are going to talk about a mechanism that we created that will help you track scripts that stop working. Those scripts that if they fail, it will be a big problem for the organization and someone is going to lose money because of that. This session is going to be recorded from my Mac. I'm sorry, my office is still under renovation, so I will continue with the trend of unprofessional videos. If you look at my screen, you will see that we created an error logs module, and this module is automatically receiving all the scripts that are mission critical and they're failing. Whenever it's failing, the script will be logged in this module. It will tell me what was failing in the script. It will tell me the impact of the script and also the area in the script that it failed. As an example, this script, the timesheet, was not copied from Zoho project to Zoho books. It's a critical impact. And also the error is that there is a mismatch between the Zoho project and Zoho books project names. Because they are not the same, the system was not able to produce the timesheet and therefore the timesheet is lost. Let's assume that it's your business and you have a timesheet that's worth $1,000 and it's not being logged properly. That's hurting, that's pain. And obviously, when you see this error, you're taking care of that. Now, there are a few things that happens when we are logging those type of automations. One, a developer will need to inspect the log and the developer is supposed to take action on that. Second of all, someone need manually to run this transaction so the timesheet, even though it failed, someone will log it manually so you won't lose the $1,000. Each one of those logs will have two statuses. Status number one will be for someone in the operation. As an example, in this case, this is a finance related error. And then the finance department will be involved in this matter, and he will be the one who is going to fix it manually and will log the timesheet in the system. So he will have a status that will say if he took care of this error or not. When he is taking care of that, from his side is good to go. The other status will be the developer status. And the developer status need to be that the developer inspected the error and he actually fixed it. Because the idea is that if you have one error, the one that we see right now, there is a good chance that you will see many of those in the future because something is breaking along the way. And the developer need to examine what was breaking, fix it, so in the future you won't have those type of errors. Obviously, in the long run, the desire is to have as less errors as possible. Now, I can tell you also from experience that even when you have flawless scripts, and we create flawless scripts, those will also break at some point. As an example, let's assume that I have a script that is creating new records, maybe converting a lead to a deal, maybe creating some kind of a different automation that's creating a new record. If someone will change this module that I'm going to create a new record, and he will just make one of the fields mandatory, my script will fail. Because this mandatory field is not accounted for, and obviously you cannot create a record without this mandatory field, and this script will start failing. Now, if you don't have this error log, you will never know about it, and you will assume that everything works perfectly. A big problem. Now, this solution is not something that usually companies will offer. For example, in our case, we will offer this solution to companies that will say that this is a critical mission automation, it cannot fail. And therefore, we will create this solution. The solution costs some money to develop it, alter the scripts, so it's not something that we usually offer it as out of the box. So if you have critical mission operations, you have some automations that's running and you must know if they're failing, I recommend you to take this approach. If you are our client, obviously you can contact us, we'll do it for you. If you have different developers or yourself, I recommend you to try and do it. It's highly recommended, especially when the script fails. And then you can catch it and you can take action. Thank you very much for watching this session. If you liked it or you think that this is a good approach, thumbs up is always appreciated. We'll be happy to hear about your use case. So if you have any kind of mission critical automation, shoot them in the comments below. We'll love to know how you're using your system with the critical mission operations.